it's Yuenny, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a review of my latest purchase of a Louis Vuitton item, and it's the Neverfull GM in the Monogram print. So I'm just going to talk about the bag with you today. So I bought this bag pre-loved through a Facebook group, and it's in pretty much new condition. When I bought it, it came with receipt and everything, and the patina on the bag's actually really light, so it is hardly ever used, and I think the receipt was in May. No, actually the receipt was September 2016, but I think the date code was it worked out to be about May 2016. So it's a relatively new bag when I bought it, and I'm so happy. I saved so much money on it. I think with the new price increase, I actually saved 27%, I worked it out. So that's actually really good. Even though I did save quite a bit, there are two things kind of that I wanted to mention. About the bag. When I bought it, it didn't actually come with a pouch, which I actually wanted it originally. That's why I kind of wanted to buy a new one, because it came with a pouch, and also the interior. I wasn't going to get the beige interior. I actually wanted to get the dark pink, red, burgundy. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It was like pavone. The interior colour, but yeah, this kind of came along on the Facebook group, and I thought, oh, it's such a big saving, so I kind of just went for it. So yeah, here's my amazing bag. With the money I actually saved, I'm planning to get sort of maybe a pochette or a toiletry pouch, or maybe even a cosmetic pouch. Even though I kind of originally wanted the Neverfull pouch, but I'm not sure it will be very useful for me, because it's quite flat, and like I say, with the money I saved, I can actually use that money to buy something that's probably going to be more useful. This is actually an early birthday present to myself. I've been actually saving up to buy a new one for my birthday next month. So yeah, I actually got it early, and I've actually started using it as well. I got this about 3-4 weeks ago now, and I've been using it every day for work, well, mainly kind of weekdays when I actually go to work. The reason I wanted this bag is because it's so big. I actually carry my work laptop sort of back and forth every day from home and work, and I've been using the Neverfull MM that I've got, but it takes up quite a lot of room with the laptop and all the work stuff. So I actually wanted a bag that's big enough to carry everything without having kind of separate bags and then another kind of, another handbag or something, or carrying my laptop separately. So I wanted something that was big enough, and also to use it for maybe when I go away or something, or anything. I just wanted a big bag. I actually had the Neverfull GM when the Neverfull first came out, quite a few years ago now, maybe 2007. I think it came out, something like that. I actually bought the exact same one, GM in the Monogram print. Back then the interior looks a bit different, the writing, and it didn't come with a pouch. But I remember paying £380 when I first got that bag, and this one with a new price increase is currently £925, which is very expensive for a canvas bag. I don't know, I'm not sure with the kind of price increases in the future that I would I'm not sure I can justify paying that much for a canvas bag, so I'll probably be looking at the pre-love market a little bit more as well. When I first got the bag, I do find it a little bit big for kind of when I wear it on my shoulder. It just feels like it's taking up kind of a lot of room when I walk around, and I'm always worried about bumping into things. So I have been using it cinched in for a while when I first got it, but then I kind of noticed on the vachetta, on the leather, they're a little bit of creasing, but the sort of on the areas where I actually cinch in and fold it in. So I think until I get more of a patina and the leather gets a bit more kind of use, I won't be cinching it in, just in case I kind of end up cracking anything, because it's still quite new and a little bit stiff as well, so I kind of don't want to do any damage. So I'll be wearing it like that, since I've noticed the wrinkling bits on the top. Cinched in, it's actually really handy. It looks really nice, and with these, they kind of slide down after a while. When I cinch it in and then kind of pull these up, it does slide down after a while. But what the good thing about the GM is actually it stays like that when you actually wear it on your shoulder. So even though it doesn't have these holding the cinch kind of in place, it still stays like this, which is really amazing comparing to my Neverfull MM that I have. So when these kind of slide down, then the bag just opens up, so then I just end up wearing it just like that with my MM. Some of the pros for me for the Neverfull GM is obviously the size. It's so big, you can fit so much inside. It's ridiculous. Even now with my laptop and all my daily essentials, I can even still fit in lunch, and kind of it's still not full, but you can still kind of keep going, keep stacking. So that's one pro for me, one advantage, that it's just so big. The other one is that the inside pocket is actually really big. I believe it's a bit bigger than the MM size. What I usually use the inside pocket for is my mobile phone, but because this bag is so big, I find kind of smaller items quite hard to find sometimes. So I've been using it for my 6 key holder and also my round coin purse, and any kind of smaller items that I kind of want to find quickly. I do use the inside pocket more, rather than just using it for my mobile phone. Another pro for me is that you can use it in different ways. Like you can use it like that, you can use it cinched in. I just like the fact that you can have 2 different looks, and depending on kind of maybe like your outfit of the day and also what you need it for on the day, you might not need such a big looking bag, but then you also have the option to fill it with loads of stuff, so I like that. The other one is the style. I mean, it's very classic, I don't think it would ever go out of style. It's just such an amazing shape, and it's also a very popular bag. I just love. And what I also like is that when you open up the bag, you can pretty much see everything. Depending how much stuff you have in there, you can see most of the things at a glance when you open the bag up, so I do like that. With some pros, there are also a few cons. One of them is probably a lot of people would agree, is that it doesn't actually have a closure, like a zip closure or anything, and it can be very, very wide, and it's might be easy to reach in for other people to reach in, but it does come with a clasp where you can kind of just hold it together for a little bit, so it's a little bit more difficult to get in. And if you want your item to be safe, I would probably recommend cinching the sides in and putting the clasp, kind of doing the clasp up, and your items might be safer inside. The other thing that I've noticed already, just having it for about a month, is the thin straps. They're definitely more comfortable than the treated leather, but these ones are still relatively thin, and if you carry a lot of stuff inside, especially with having the laptop inside, it does hurt my shoulder a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I know they're comfortable, but they do dig in a little bit. Even when I was wearing a coat, because of the weather now it's a little bit colder, I'd wear a bigger coat, but with a heavy bag like this, I can still feel it does hurt a little while. So just bear that in mind if you're thinking about a big bag and overstuffing it a little bit. When I mentioned earlier, when I carry the bag like this without cinching it in, I do find sort of the sides stick out quite a bit, and I do worry that it's going to end up getting scuffed a little bit because it's so big. So that's another con for me. But I'm always quite careful with my bags, and I like sort of where I walk, I kind of pay attention to where I'm walking, and I try not to walk into walls and things like that. And when I mentioned that it's easy to see everything that's inside your bag, if you have too many items, especially small items in there, without an organizer, it's actually quite difficult to find what you need straight away. I kind of end up using it every day. It's just checking everything in. I've got loads of small bits, I've got like just loads of little things in there, and when I try to find one of the little things, it's actually quite hard when things have just been moving around. When I kind of start the day, I try to stack everything up and kind of have them standing up and know where I've put them. But obviously as soon as I pick it up, put it in the car and stuff, it kind of then just moves around, and it's quite hard to find what you're looking for without an organizer. And that's why I said I kind of use the inside pocket a little bit more. I am thinking about getting a Samorga, but I just feel like with the Samorga organisers, or any kind of bag organisers, I feel like I can fit less in when I use the organiser. Like with the my Speedy 30 in the Damier Zor, I've got a Samorga purse organiser, but I feel like whenever I use it, I can fit so much less in there. So if I'm not carrying too much, it's okay. but I just feel like it's kind of some like wasted space in there, that kind of, yeah, oh, it depends on personal preference, I guess. And the last con that I think I've already mentioned is the wrinkling on the top when I cinch my bag. I don't know whether it is just the cinching and that's causing the wrinkling, because even on this bit I kind of can see some wrinkling. It's not too bad, but I feel like it might be a little bit worse where I am cinching the bag in. So yeah, that will be a con, but hopefully with use and with a bit of more wear, and also when the bag softens a little bit more, yeah, it would kind of be more flexible and mushy. A question that I've been asked a few times is because I've been using my bag every day and I've been posting pictures on Instagram that I've actually been using this bag in the rain as well, and I've had questions about how I kind of keep it dry and do I get watermarks on it. At the moment I can't actually see any watermarks on the Vachetta, so no, but what I do is when it does rain I then cinch my bag in, even though I don't really want to at the moment, but I cinch it in, and I always carry an umbrella with me because the weather is just so unpredictable here. And then I carry it like that with my umbrella, and then I keep my bag as tight to me as possible with the umbrella, and then kind of try to keep the bag dry. If I happen to go out without an umbrella, which is very unlikely, I'll probably take my coat off to cover my bag because I don't want to get watermarks on it at this stage, especially with the Vachetta being quite light. So that's how I keep it dry. There's no secret to it. I just kind of hug it and keep it dry that way. So I just wanted to quickly share with you my new bag, because the Vachetta is still quite light. It hasn't really got much of a patina at this stage, so I wanted to share with you before it starts getting too dark, as I'm using it every day. I probably will do a review on it once I've used it a little bit more and maybe have sort of more thoughts on it. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'm happy to answer them for you. I hope you're having a unique day today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!